Every 5 minutes, this movie remembers it has a story to tell, briefly returns to it, and then properly forgets once again. Welcome to Creepin' It Real. Thanks for joining us. I'm Judah.
I'm Jake.
We're talking about 2003 Rob Zombie directorial debut, House of 1,000 Corpses. Jake, have you read anything about the making of this movie?
Absolutely not.
So apparently Rob was working on designing a haunted house for Universal's Studios, the theme park.
Okay.
He was in a room with some, who knows, somebody in charge of making movies. And they just randomly said, "Hey, Rob, you got any ideas for movies?" He makes up some BS right on the spot. The guy goes, "Love it. Here's $7 million. Make a movie."
What? This had a budget of $7 million?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the story really goes, it didn't have that much. Rob knew that he wasn't going to have enough money to have the ending that he wanted, so he purposely made a very crap ending, showed it to them. They were like, "Oh, we like this, but this ending is horrible." And he was like, "Yeah, I know, but I kind of need this much more to do the ending that I like." And they're like, "No problem. Here's more money."
Okay. Interesting. I didn't get that this was a budget movie at all.
I love that because it really doesn't have a feel at all. This movie is all over the place tonally.
Yes.
And for the most part, if you take certain portions of this movie, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I'm going to come out straight now. I'm straight now. I'm out of the closet. I'm not gay. I ain't gay no more. Straight out. I'm telling you that this movie is trash. I did not enjoy it. I will not revisit it, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. There are portions of it that were done with skill, intermixed with what feels like stuff that was cut from college projects that Rob was just like, "We need to pad this movie. Does anybody have anything?" And then he just like went to some college and just scraped together all this trash.
Or
that
this was
on
like B-reel from like his music video Dragula.
Exactly.
Or something like
Exactly.
that. I mean, it had those vibes, 100% Rob Zombie vibes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for me, I liked the actual movie parts, but this weird music video found trash at, the college, intermixed every 5 minutes, plus turn off the freaking negative filter. How many times? How old were you when you made this, Rob? Because seriously, it's like you had a handy cam and you were just going through the filters and, "Oh, this is so cool. I'm going to use this." That's what it felt like.
Turn it up to 100.
Exactly.
Baby.
And it was just absolute garbage. But the other stuff in between, the actual movie, it wasn't great, but it was tolerable.
Tolerable. That's a good word. Tolerable.
So we were talking about doing vacations, trips and stuff. And I mentioned how I'm a big fan of kitschy stuff. Okay.
Sideshow attractions.
Yeah. Roadside attractions are my thing.
Yeah.
So when this movie started, and it's all based off of this gas station, fried chicken, curiosity shop, horror ride, I was just like, I am in.
I'm all on board.
And I really thought that I might enjoy this. It like had me just like a nibble. If you're like fishing, you get that little nibble. I just nibbled, and then it just lost me completely. The first part of this movie doesn't even track with the rest of this movie. You have this failed robbery that goes super awry, but it has nothing to do at all with the rest of the movie. And I was so confused why there was such a stark contrast from the opening to the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I think part of that is connecting Captain Spaulding with this family.
Yeah.
A little bit. Maybe, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? And that comes back to the ending where, look, let's not beat around the bush. This is a remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Well, I mean, he does cite that was his influence, and obviously, but for me, as I was watching this, I was like, this MFer ripped off Skinned Deep. I mean, beat for beat. There is nothing different other than Skinned Deep had a budget of $600,000.
Yeah.
This one had $7 million, and I was like, this literally just looks like Skinned Deep with $7 million budget.
And you couldn't even get Warwick Davis in it.
I
come
know.
on, dude.
And what's weird is if you watch our Skinned Deep review, I hated that movie,
Mhm.
but I would watch that over this movie.
Really?
And I was more entertained. Now, granted, the production quality, again, $7 million, is much more evident in House of a Thousand Corpses, but there was something much more entertaining about Skinned Deep.
I think Skin Deep, because they had such a low budget, they had to make up for that
I
with
agree.
entertainment.
Yes.
You know what I mean? This was an art piece, tried to be an art piece. You know what I mean? But it was just a slasher monster movie. I mean, there was
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
it was all over the place.
It
man.
was all over the place.
Haunted house, yeah, it's got that vibe to it.
Now, if you read, people will say that this is a dark comedy. Now, I didn't laugh at all. What I got out of this was stupid, goofy people doing horrible stuff. And I'm
Okay.
like, is that what you find funny? Because this isn't funny. This is just Three Stooges being psychopaths.
Okay, so I was picking up
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Resident Evil 7 vibes.
Definitely.
So I would say that there's some inspiration in Resident Evil 7 from this movie.
But yes, I agree completely. I was getting heavy Resident Evil 7 vibes from this
Yeah.
movie also.
Yeah.
But so my whole thing is I was like, this is bullshit completely. Rob Zombie stole this story from Skin Deep completely, beat for beat, everything. But then come to find out, Skin Deep came out in 2004, and House of 1,000 Corpses came out in 2003. So I'm left
Who
with
stole
a...
from who? Well, we know who
Well,
stole
I
from.
researched to see if maybe there was some kind of crossover in production crew or producers or something where somebody may have heard from the, and then they crossed over. There's no connections, but both directors and writers, they cite Texas Chainsaw as being a massive influence. So it just happened that in such a short time that two people wrote the identical movie. I mean, what was The General was from Skin Deep?
Yeah.
Looked exactly, well,
Dr. Satan.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, what the frick?
Yeah, man, and just the human experiments and all this stuff.
Yes.
But it's nothing that hasn't been done.
You're right. It's all been done before.
Mhm.
Now, to Zombie's credit, it got torn apart when it first released. And he's like, he doesn't even understand why now people consider it a classic. He's like, don't you remember how you treated it when it was first released? And now you're saying it's a classic? And I get that, and I can respect that kind of, being able to distance himself and be like, yeah, it was great from the beginning, and now you're just recognizing it. He's not so full of himself that he sees it that way, and I appreciate that. So I totally respect him in that regard. Based on this movie alone, I would never give another one of his movies a chance.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you haven't seen Devil's Rejects or anything like
I
that?
haven't seen anything that he's done. This was my
Okay.
first dip into
Okay.
anything Rob Zombie has directed.
So I guess I have a different experience with this movie.
Okay.
So this is kind of a story, but this was the first movie I ever downloaded on Napster.
Okay. We're going back, guys.
Yeah. And it took me probably 2 weeks to download it. So
Was it worth it?
for me, here's the thing. For me, it was one of those movies that my dad swore off, where he's like, "You're not watching this." And you know that we watched some pretty sketch stuff when I was a kid.
Yes, you
know,
did.
Hellraiser, stuff like that. What was the Castle Freak?
Yes.
Yeah, but House of a Thousand Corpses, for some reason. Now, we listened to Rob Zombie too. So it wasn't like, I'm like, Dad, where is this coming from? It might have just been in one of his moods, his swings. I don't know. So to me, I was doing something. Napster had, just come around to where it was easy to use.
hmm
So I'd get up on dial-up, and of course, this is somebody has a recorder, video camera.
This is bootleg.
in the movie theater, and recording it. So I probably watched the first like 10 minutes of this movie, I don't know, 100 times, because every time I'd get done downloading for like an hour, I'd watch it, you know?
Oh, okay.
And it would only download a couple minutes of it or whatever, because somebody would have to use the phone.
You were basically watching in episodes.
Yeah, 100%. So to me, like you talked about the story being lost. Dude, I didn't know there was a direction from the beginning. You know what I mean? So like every time I open this up, I'm like, ooh, you know, what's so bad in here that he doesn't want me to see it? And I'm just waiting.
It played like a Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, 100%.
Season.
Yeah, dude. There's like no wrap up whatsoever. None of it makes sense.
It probably worked better the way that you watched it.
Yeah. So as kids would say these days, I was edging for weeks with this movie. And so when it finally downloaded, I was so excited that I downloaded my first movie ever. And it wasn't a porn, go figure. It's got some porn vibes.
Let me address this. Yesterday when we were talking about watching this movie, you said to me, and I quote, "There's boobs in it, and I mean lots of boobs and not grody boobs." That's a quote that you said to me. And this whole time I'm watching this movie, I'm like, when are we getting to the non-grody boobs?
Okay, so my bad. I guess I just watched the first boobs that I saw probably 100 times when I was a kid. Okay. And so, anyways, Judah.
I'm sorry.
What happens off camera
kink shaming
stays off camera.
So, I forgot. My bad. Yeah. I'll edit that out.
Speaking of, this is before I met you.
Yes.
And I had no idea that this was your starring role in your first premiere. So maybe that's why. Did you not get paid for this?
I try to keep these things under wraps, but
I have proof that you were in this movie. Can I show the camera this?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are your mutton chops, my friend.
They were pretty glorious.
Yeah. And so I think that you just had a bad experience, and that's why you're shitting this movie.
Shitting on this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, look, Rob promised me a percentage of the film. It did go on to make $16.8 million.
Seriously?
So it made a profit, and what I got was like a sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd like a little bit of that residual, Rob. You have my contact information, so
yeah. So anyway,
thanks for bringing that photo out. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. I just had a different experience with this movie. So as far as people calling it a classic, yes, it's a shit movie. Yes, it's a copycat movie, 100%. Yes, he didn't really know how to do movies, I don't think.
Does he yet? I don't know.
I don't know. I've seen maybe 2 of his movies. The thing is that, again, I can't rate this without my experience.
Yeah, I get that.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
Kind of like Gremlins is to you.
Yeah.
You know? Well, actually, you missed the train on Gremlins.
I did.
You missed the train on Gremlins.
Goonies.
Okay, I can't stand Goonies, you know, but for you, it's like, what's that other movie? Grabbers? So.
Okay. Now lines have been crossed.
Oh, that's where the lines
have been crossed.
You see that back there? You see that back there?
What? I don't know. There's several things back there.
That's the line you crossed. You crossed it. You came into my hula hoop. Okay. Now I have control.
Okay, I'm landing at it. I didn't feel like I wasted my time watching this movie, but I would never watch it again. I definitely, if I had to pick between this and Skin Deep, I watched Skin Deep, and I would never watch Skin Deep again.
Sure.
But I didn't end being like, God, that was a hideous movie, like Terrifier. I just was like, what?
Yeah.
And I'm going to land at a 4 out of 10 for this.
Okay, I've got a little bit higher score, but it's a 5 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
So we're not far off.
Now, if you made it this far, you're a champion, you get a gold star, but I have a question for you. I already mentioned that I would write off all Rob Zombie movies simply based off of this one. But for you fans out there, for those of you who think that he does horror well, what movie should I give at least one more try to? out of all the movies he's done. Tell me in the comments below, which one should I give a try?
You guys tell him 13. Tell him 13.
Is this...
Do it. Do it.
Do what your heart tells you to do. We'll check it out. We'll review it here. Thanks for watching. I'm Judah.
I'm Jake.
This has been Creepin' It Real, and we'll talk to you later.